Hello, this is Peter Davison, and you're listening to the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds on the Panels of Pages Popcast Network.
The title for tonight's podcast is Kerouac.
Just another Tuesday.
We are taking over.
Happy Tuesday, Popcast.
Let's fucking do this thing.
This place about to blow.
Come on, Slavinsky!
The PanelsOnPages.com podcast network is here to cover all of your pop culture needs.
2 words, nerd boner.
From comics to television to movies to wrestling,
Fuck wrestling.
your favorite PCN hosts will keep you entertained all week long.
Boobs, boobs, boobs. Peen, peen, peen.
Put me in charge!
He's Gandalf!
Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, look for the Pop Stars on Facebook and Twitter, and be sure to join the forums and become a member of the population.
All of a sudden, I was thinking, 0118999
8819991197253.
Don't know what the fuck happened there.
You got arrested by the goat police.
Nah.
That's them in their goat police car coming to arrest you.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah. They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. The Popcast Network proudly presents the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Hello, and welcome to a special episode of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. It's not an attack, it's not a beyond, it's more of a 50-foot bulletin. We've had one before, we're going to have another one. My name is Mike Bell, and I am joined by my two very special, as in Yellow Bus, co-hosts. The first one being...
Cheese! Petrol! Cheese!
Cheese, petrol, trees there.
Cheese!
And also the other one.
I am Bus Rider Man.
Cheese!
Bus Riderman and Cheese, petrol, cheese.
Petrol!
And, what the hell are you on about?
Hate
they are
self,
also known...
hate self.
C:/delete. I
Why
wouldn't
cheeseoid
recommend anyone.
exists? Cheeseoid lonely.
Run self-loathing.exe.
I brought
Yes,
Master's cheese.
Oh,
No,
God,
that's
shut your
petrol.
face. Jesus Christ. I'm joined by Andy
10,
Weers.
print cunt.
Oh.
20, go to 10.
I've lost control of this episode already.
Jeez.
That's a record.
It's Andy Weers and Paul Griggs. There they are. Look at them
Hello.
with their faces.
Hello, they've all forgotten who I am anyway, because I wasn't in the last one. Well, I was very briefly.
You were in it, yeah. Shut your
You're a
cheese up,
special
you.
phone-in guest.
Very
You are?
live.
Who's our special phone-in guest?
Station.
I can't hear a word you're saying. What?
Wait, me or him?
Both of yous.
Oh. I said he was our special phone-in guest.
Oh, right, okay. Fair dues.
And I said I was live from Chester bus station.
Alright, okay. It helps if you don't talk across each other, because then I can hear yous.
Cheese!
I'll shut up with that. Yes, it's the 50-Foot Nerds podcast.
Ding, ding.
Oh, for fuck. Do you know what? I'll get this done, won't I? Hey. Hey, do you want this done? Or no? Hey. What?
Medium rare, please.
Ding ding.
God's sake. If you want to speak to the 50-Foot Nerds, you can contact us. We're on Twitter. You can get us on @50footnerds or email us 50footnerds@gmail.com.
I think we got
have we got any emails? Have we got another email? I'll have a look at that first before we do anything
I think so.
else. Go away from...
Shall I do the sound alive then?
hang on, let me just check I've got one first. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I do seem to have... hang on, what the hell's this? Oh, okay, yeah, we've got 2 emails. Okay, yeah. We've got 2 emails. Okay,
Okay, so
yeah.
I'll do the sound alive. It's
Okay.
read the fucking emails.
No, it's not. To do the fucking emails. God damn it.
Well, same thing.
No, it's not. Okay, this one is an email from Chris Weir. Not Chris Rea. Chris Weir. Any relation to you, Andy?
No.
Is he a pluralised relation? No?
What do you mean, pluralised? Surely
Well, you're Andy Weirs.
I was going to say my name's the pluralised one. So
That's good,
So
yes.
he'd be depluralised.
Singular.
What's,
yeah.
yeah. I was going to say depluralised.
Depluralised. No, it's from Chris Weir. It's not actually from the family of Chris and Colin Weir has donated the sum of 800,000 Great Britain currency to us as one of their lucky 5 recipients selected from their online on Wednesday, 8th of October 2014. For claims, kindly provide the below details: name, address, mobile, sex, occupation. If I had a mobile sex occupation, that would be something to write home about. So we're one of the 5 lucky recipients. Does that mean we count as 1 or 3?
I'm not entirely sure.
If the family of Chris and Colin, who apparently appear to be extremely wealthy, seeing as the way they're giving away 800,000 Great Britain currency to us, they want to get in touch and clarify, and then of course I'll be happy to let them know of my mobile sex operation. Bing! What the hell's that?
It was my phone, sorry. I forgot.
I thought you were hosting tiny boxing tournaments for mice.
No,
I've round 1.
No, I downloaded a new app called
Ring Ding.
No, Pocket Pike.
For when you just have to have the former captain of the Enterprise in close proximity.
Yep. You just pull out your phone, press the button, it goes ding.
Is that like little Warwick Davis's app?
Yeah, kind of. Before he got
Pocket
lost.
Pike.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a pity that he's dead now in the changed timeline.
Wait,
because
what?
he can't end up in the fight box.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right. I thought you were
Warwick
like,
Davis is
oh,
dead,
it's a pity
sorry.
Warwick Davis died. I was like, when the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, and one of the top squares landed on him in the last episode.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
Luckily,
yeah,
it was a circle one, so he just went right through the middle.
Yeah, I've been watching that. I saw that show at work the other day. Like someone had the telly on, and I was like, I recognise that voice. Put my head through the door to see what the resident was watching on telly, and saw Warwick Davis on TV, and I was like, what the fuck? Wait, how come he's suddenly become popular?
He turned around and went, do you know the works of Isabel Kingdom Brunel?
Yes. Precisely.
Anyway, speaking of little Warwick Davis, did you see his video that he put online this week?
That he's been asked to play in episode 7.
He has been asked to play in episode 7. You're right. You seem to be on some kind of time delay, Andy.
Let me check if it's my fucking signal or some shit.
Because I ask a question and you answer about 10 minutes.
Oh no, the signal on...
He's in a different time zone.
What?
My signal to you seems alright. But it keeps like...
I don't know what's going on here. This is ridiculous, this.
But yeah.
My signal's
Fucking
fine.
internet.
It's my internet, okay? No, I don't know. See, any other podcast would just write this off and start again. We're keeping it in.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you always do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because quite frankly, we can't be asked to doing that 10 minutes again.
We could.
We wouldn't have,
We'll just-
would we?
Yeah, Kathy asked. Well, yeah, because the internet's gone wrong. Anyway, let's just carry on, sorry.
Cheers!
Cheers. Right.
Carry on at the car.
Next email is to do with our 50 Foot Nerds PayPal account.
Oh.
Which
Oh, yeah,
wasn't sure.
We read George Benjamin's email last time, didn't we?
We did read George Benjamin's email. Yeah, apparently,
Oh, yeah.
according...
I remember this email address. TH1... Actually...
Yeah, according to an email account that's not registered to PayPal.com, we are a valuable user. We don't have a real name. Our service department detects some critical issues in your account. We couldn't link your credit or debit card to your bank account. More confirmation is required. To resolve this issue, please read attachment file and complete all required info. We will close your account as a security procedure if this issue persists. Regards.
Well, regards. We don't believe your email.
Yeah, Mr. Regards, thanks for, from Mr. Supposed PayPal. Thanks for emailing us, but your lack of grammar, punctuation, and general,
Shitness.
yeah, no, we're not going to reply to you. Goodbye. We do have another email from another person, but I'm not going to read that out because it's not relevant to reading on the show.
No, but you guys know who that is, right?
I do, yes. Anyway. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Anyway. So, why are we here this week, gentlemen?
Is she into photography? Hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Say no more.
I thought it was...
What?
Who?
No, I thought you just went all stuttery then.
What?
Why?
No, I said, why are we assembled here this week, gentlemen?
Oh, it's got to. I know at least one of the people has something to do with your house alarm. That's got to be the most obscure clue that I could have given.
Yeah, probably.
Has something to do with Stan Lee, right?
It's got what?
Something to do with Stan Lee.
Pretty much the opposite.
Oh, Gary Glitter.
What's the opposite of Stan Lee?
Gary Glitter.
Is he?
Yeah. Stan Lee doesn't touch kids. Gary Glitter does.
I don't want you to be in my gang. My gang,
Oh, no.
my gang.
Oh, no,
Excelsior.
Because Stan Lee loves to rape. Never mind.
Yeah. I love to rape.
Oh boy. Oh, that reminds me. I was raping people. No.
This reminds me of the times that Peter Ustinov and I would go out and rape in the evenings.
Yep. All that corn. No.
But of course, then that linseed oil came along and everything changed. He went off with her instead.
Yeah. We always raped corn, and then we cracked it, but no one cared.
Although the band then went on to use their rape experiences and channel them into a song. So
yeah, they did. But no, anyway. No, I was.
What?
Should I continue?
What? Who?
But
What?
What?
7. Peas.
Peas.
Cheese and peas.
Cheese.
Cheesy peas.
Petrol.
Does anyone remember cheesy peas?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Ding ding.
Right. Anyway.
I still quote that at work. Like, hi, I'm Ed Winchester.
I used to love that show.
Does the tides come in? Darn. And I still occasionally go up to people.
Me,
get their
the 13th Duke of Wimbledon, here in a girls' school after hours with my reputation. Have at it.
I still deliberately get
Ding
people's
dong.
attention just to go, you ain't seen me.
Right.
Alright.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, what I was saying was, I was sat at, me and Connor were playing something. We were playing Minecraft.
Ukulele.
No, Not yet. But, we were playing on Minecraft, and he was like doing something. He went, "Yeah, that'll do." So I looked at him, and then he just looked at me and goes, "I'm Stan Lee." I went, "Okay, fair enough."
He said with a fire in his eyes. Ripples.
Yeah. Anyway, DC Comics.
Yes, we are about to talk about the DC comics, but first I've just thought on of something that me and Paul haven't mentioned.
No, we haven't.
He's having a baby. No,
He's having your baby.
Yes. No. We had a delivery in the post. Or rather, we had a bit of a screw-up with a delivery in the post. Remember, quite some time ago, it's been covered on the show, that I pledged for a game on Kickstarter called Cinelinks.
Yep.
Well, there was a bit of a screw-up. I won't go into all the details, but basically to apologise for the delay, Cinelinks said they were going to send me an extra copy of the game, which finally arrived this week, which I gave to Paul, because why not? And so we finally had a game of it on Friday when it arrived. And it's a very fun game, isn't it, Paul?
It is. We sort of described it last time, but just to refresh people's memories, it is basically 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon, the card game. Mm-hmm. So you get you get a deck of cards, and they've got actors' names, directors' names, film names, genres, and you put a card down, and you've got 10 cards in your hand, and you've got to try and make connections and get rid of all your cards onto the table before anybody else does. And if you can't put one down, you can pick 2 up, or you can swap 3 and miss a turn, and so on and so forth. And it's absolutely the sort of game that a bunch of movie geeks like us, well, maybe not you, Andy, would be really good at.
Who is this Charlie Chaplin on this card?
It's playing it with... yes.
He's a fellow with a moustache.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's that film with the train coming into the station.
Dude, any film with trains will be the ones that I've seen.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Yep, the only films I ever see is like that. That's the only reason I saw the Harry Potter films, was because of the train.
Thomas the Tank Engine's Great Adventure.
I've seen the Magic Thomas
Railroad,
and the Magic Railroad. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell!
Isn't Alec Baldwin in that?
Yes, he is.
Oh my god!
Yes, he is. Because his kids were big fans of Thomas the Tank Engine.
And then James Fonda is in there, and he's always...
Who's James Fonda?
No, not James Fonda.
Peter Fonda.
Yeah, that's
the Easy Rider himself.
That's the fella. I'm thinking of Jane Fonda.
Yeah, after she had the sex change.
Yeah. But, no, whatever his name is, Peter Fonda. Yeah, he's in there.
Yes.
And, because the entire time he's always like...
Phil Collins, easy lover. Him.
Yeah. The Tarzan that listens to all the fucking Phil Collins.
He's got a hold on you, believe me.
But no, he's in there, and they're all like, "Oh, look, all these trains," and he's like, "I wish I could die," and you're like, "Jesus Christ, dude."
Who's there, Star Thomas?
No, Peter Fonda.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's basically Peter Fonda is this deeply depressed character on Sodor.
Yeah. He's not even on Sodor. He's on some weird fucking island.
Thomas the Tank Engine and the Great Depression.
And he's always like, "Oh, I ran the engine. I ran Lady too hard, goosh." And now she won't work, and I'm really depressed.
I'd love to see the episode where a suicidal person jumps in front of Thomas and how he has to cope with it.
Oh my god! I kind of want that to happen now.
Now, if he's got his mouth open, would he swallow him?
I would pay Kickstarter to kickstart that.
Thomas and the Suicides of Sodor.
Somebody needs to.
All I have to do is just fucking get the Hornby train set, make a stop motion thing.
There you go. Can I do the voices?
Yes.
Thomas was driving around the tracks one day when he saw a suicidal bastard on the tracks in front of him. I'm going to kill myself, said the suicidal bastard.
Why does a suicidal bastard sound like Paul McCartney?
Because Ringo can only do two voices. He could do, hey, it's me, it's Paul. Or he can drown people in a fish tank, which admittedly isn't too far removed from the Ringo voice itself.
Try and do George.
Fuck off. Can't do him.
I was going to say Paul McCartney jumps in front of a train to stop from being drowned in a fish tank.
Hey, John, I'm going to go and kill myself. You fucking
I'll listen to our record backwards.
It said I was dead. So I figured I'd go and kill myself. And so Paul jumped in front of Thomas. And Thomas was like, fucking hell, mate, I don't know what's going on here. Of course, no one knew why Thomas was a Cockney all of a sudden, but he bloody was. Fucking hell, mate, he's Australian. What? Welcome to the fucking island of fucking Sodor, fucking mate.
So those are the DC Comics movies this year.
Look at that fucking trailer, dude. You flaming galah. Thomas the Tank Engine and the flaming galah.
And then the science fiction version, Thomas the Tank Engine meets Mad Max.
Oh, that's what someone should have done for that episode of Doctor Who. There have been many trains to take on the name Thomas the Tank Engine, but only one in space.
Wait, why in this Thomas the Tank Engine episode of Doctor Who, for some reason, like they've recast the Doctor as fucking Grant Morrison?
It's space.
No, yeah, it's not Grant Morrison, it's
Oh, it's me, Shine! All the murders were me taking people's space!
Ah, it's the Postman Pat Thomas the Tank Engine crossover.
Oh my god!
Fun trains and pieces from people's trains.
Oh, like Thomas just pulls up and his face is skinless.
I love how groovy the Thomas the Tank Engine thing is. Oh my god. Oh. So then.
So, DC.
What were you on about?
I was trying to figure out how we got there. I was like, oh yeah, because I only watch movies with trains in them, that's why.
Oh god, so I totally need to do that. I totally need to take clips of Thomas the Tank Engine and put footage of Mummy on the Orient Express on it. Hello, Clara! It's me, the Doctor! Welcome to Sodor! Look, here's Frank Skinner as the fat controller. Perkins is the name. I don't care what your name is, you're the fat controller. I'm not especially plump. You are to me, you fat twat.
Well, he's getting confused and he's reading half his lines from old scripts of The Thick of It.
Yeah.
Okay, I got bored the other day. I was like, I really fancy listening to Doctor Who swear, so I just started watching The Thick of It. I posted it on Facebook, and Dan commented saying something along the lines of, "You can tell when people like cunts are always the ones that fuck it up because they're fucking cunts or something."
Yeah.
I can't remember that quote. I'll find it.
Jesus. Yeah. What were we on about anyway? Oh yeah, Cindy Links. So we were playing that on Friday night, And long story short, Paul doesn't know shit about movies because I beat him 3 times. Out of 3 games.
So I'm not the only one.
No.
I'm getting the hang of it.
Oh, there you go. There's the quote I was looking for. If some cunt can fuck something up, that cunt will pick the worst fucking time to fucking fuck up because that cunt's a cunt.
Fair dues. Well, what me and Paul have said is now that we've got the game, I've got my own copy, including the Red Band expansion pack. So first of all, we'd like to thank Silly Links for sending us an extra copy of the game.
I'd like to thank my parents.
I'd like to thank a dog. I'd like to thank Cheese.
Trail.
I'd also like to thank Ringo Starr. And
I'm sorry. I opened up Facebook to look for that quote, and now there's some fucking cartoon called Mr. Pickles, and a dog was like hanging up people's faces.
Okay.
Yeah, this is weird.
And so we'd like to thank Silly Links, and we're going to play a game and record it as a review. Are we not, Paul?
We are. As soon as we
go.
can pull enough people together to make a decent game of it, because quite frankly, Kath will be fine, but Simone don't know shit. So
Me?
Yeah, we kind of
It would be
need
hilarious
a
to get
full
me in just
person.
because I'll be sat there the entire time going, I don't know how to do this, I don't know anything.
No, we could just have Simone do that, and it just won't be.
No, because
So yeah,
then she won't.
We need 4 people.
Yeah, but she's not going to talk about Brian Blessed liking jam.
To be fair, we could just have Simone on the podcast instead of you, because it'd be the same thing, except with bigger boobs and less beard.
And less humour. No offence to your daughter, Paul, but...
No offence to the girl, I've only met for about 30 seconds in my life, but she was a humorless bitch. So
No, I was more expecting that her humour is more normal than me just randomly yelling cheese and petrol at you.
She's my daughter.
Yelling.
There's nothing normal there.
What was it? We were playing a game of Cards Against Humanity a couple of weeks ago, and I was just trying to do whatever I could to wind it up to the point. Because when we play games like that, is if I wind it up, normally she just sits there and kind of takes it, but even inside we know she's down to laugh. But I was just trying to wind her up to the point where she actually lashed out and did something about it. So I was determined to make her slap me or something like that. So we were sitting there and we were just playing the game, and I just turned around to the side of her and just went, "Your dad's got pubes, you know." Like that, and that sets it off, didn't it? Just, I don't know. She just smacked me in the arm. It was well funny. Yeah. That was good.
It's always entertaining winding Simone up.
Okay, well, here's the way I keep my job on the show rather than you replacing me with her.
Does she read comics, Paul?
Even if she doesn't, then she would still do my job.
But Andy does.
Is
No,
she
my
familiar
point-
with there's certain websites, comic book resources, comicbookmovie.com, IGN.
Are you
These are
more
all
willing to
comicbook.com.
listen to a story about someone getting cum on their face from me or from your own daughter?
You know,
I
he's got a
thought
point
so.
You wait until this Christmas.
What? That's going to be my next story? I don't think so.
Anyway,
Yeah, that just got weird. Can we
let's
change?
move back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Silly
Warwick
Links, we're
Davis
gonna play
died.
that. Yeah. Warwick Davis died. What?
So Warwick Davis died.
He did. Apparently, it was very sad, and we were all there.
We were all there
at
at
the
the
side,
time.
going, "Come on, Warwick, come on, Warwick." And then he put the noose around his neck, and then
Jumped
Andy
in
kicked
front
the
of
stool out.
Thomas.
Yeah, he jumped in front of Thomas. But the thing is Shani couldn't really do much with that because he only got a little face. So he made a glove puppet out of it. So,
I'm just imagining Shiny with a fucking glove puppet going,
It was like,
"Hi, Warwick Davis!"
It was like when, Cartman does Jennifer Lopez with hand on South Park. "My name is Little Warwick Davis. Bring me tacos y burritos.
For God's sake.
I love my Ben. I love my little Ben, because I am little Warwick." Why are you Mexican, Warwick? Because that is how they speak on Indoor. Are you sure? See, you never hear the Ewoks actually speaking English. They can, but they decided to fuck with all the rebels. Why did you decide to do that, Warwick? Because it was more fun that way. Yup, nup. Alright then. Yup, nup is Spanish for we're going to decapitate stormtroopers at the end and play the haze like the bongos. Fair enough, you did do that. See? Alright, thanks. What you can't see is I am actually moving my hand like a glove puppet while I actually do that.
I was hoping so.
We don't know. We don't want to know what you're moving.
I'm moving house. Does that help?
Are you?
No, I'm not.
Well, shut your face then. Right. Oh yeah. So we've come here to talk about DC.
Have we?
It's always been my favourite form of power.
Yes. Oh, but tish. Yeah, we're only half an hour in.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. So let's.
All we've talked about so far is Cheese, Warwick Davis,
and Shiny Faces, and Thomas the Tank Engine.
And Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
And me getting my job
And
taken
Cine
away
Links.
from me.
You got your job. Oh yeah. So then, let's
Twats.
shall we? Okay. So the news broke on the last Wednesday, the 15th of October 2014. Warner Brothers, out of nowhere, which was weird considering the weekend previous had been New York Comic Con, DC decided out of nowhere to just go, hey everyone, here's 10 movies!
Well, let's be clear about this. What they did was they announced to the shareholders what their slate of movies was going to be. It's not just the DC movies.
This is true.
That Warner Bros. Announcing. They also talked about the Potter spin-off movies and various other bits and pieces. This was
Lego
a financial sort of thing that they were doing so that, you know, the shareholders and people who might want to invest on the stock market and things like that knew what was coming up and that they would be a good bet, basically.
That's one thing. But if you know you're going to be doing that, why not just announce the movies at Comic-Con? Either at San Diego a couple of months ago, or New York, as I say, the weekend before. Why not do that? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Obviously made sense to the people who made such decisions.
Well, it was it was Warner Brothers CEO Kevin Tsujihara who revealed the current planned film slate, as I say, which includes what they call at least 10 films spread through between now and 2020, and that's not including any potential new standalone Superman and Batman movies. Okay, so the slate that they released, okay, is one of which we already knew, which was Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, or as
Shit
Paul
title.
likes to call it. There you go.
Shit title, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh, that was to be released in the summer of 2016. Oh, sorry, March 2016. Do beg your pardon. That is also to be joined that same year with a Suicide Squad movie directed by David Ayer.
Ooh.
Who called the Suicide Squad movie, guys? Who said that they would do it? Who was it?
Yeah, I'm guessing you.
It was me. Yes, that's right. I said you could do Suicide Squad straight off without even introducing the characters in any other movies beforehand first. The big
Are you sure you
rumour
said
is,
that on the pod, or was that just a conversation between us?
I know I have said it before. I don't know whether I specifically stated it on the pod, but I know I've definitely said it.
Because I know me and you have had this conversation because we were talking about how they did it on the Assault on Arkham thing, and just said they just do that live action.
Yeah,
Bam,
absolutely. It would
Although I have heard rumours that the Suicide Squad movie won't have Harley in it.
No, I've heard that the main character is going to be Deadshot.
Well, that makes sense.
And I've heard that they're actually circling the girl who was in Wolf of Wall Street. What's her name? I forget her name off the top of my head now, but they're circling her for Harley Quinn. So,
because my sister, because Abby, you know, she's a massive Harley Quinn fangirl.
yeah.
She was like, oh, I really, I've heard I've seen articles saying that
Margot
Harley Quinn's
Robbie.
not going to be in. And
Margot Robbie, that's her name. You Google her and tell me she isn't perfect for Harley Quinn.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Right, but my sister was like, if...
blonde, about the right age, yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Has been in Neighbours.
Yeah, she's Australian, so, you know.
Every Australian's been in Neighbours.
Exactly.
They're all like, yeah, galah!
Yeah, even Thomas the Tank Engine's been in it.
Yep. They had to get the train to the city once, and he was like, he turned up and he was like, I've just run some fucker over, galah.
And she's Jane in that new Tarzan movie.
She is indeed.
The one with Phil Collins.
I like Margot Robbie, she's going to be Harley Quinn. Over an Oscar. So,
Me, Jane. Slap.
Oh, God. I did an Oscar for the Tarzan movie, so it's all come full circle.
This is my wife. Hello.
Oh, Tarzan dresses up as a woman. If you remember rightly for that episode, Tranny of the Apes. Taking it back there.
Why is he wearing that trilby?
Because he's singing and doing a beat raffle. Anyway, so Suicide Squad. Names that are circling the Suicide Squad. As I say, it's rumoured for Margot Robbie as
Boomerang.
Well, that's potential. Deadshot is the main rumour.
Yeah.
But I mean, actors-wise, they're thinking it's going to be either Tom Hardy and Will Smith could be in it.
What? Okay.
I know.
That would
I
be
know.
weird.
I
Then
know.
again, a Suicide Squad movie is supposed to be strange, so...
I know. I'm trying to see if...
Who the hell would Will Smith play?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, if they were doing a straightforward adaptation of Assault on Arkham, which
Will
most
Smith,
likely
the
they're not
King
going to
Shark.
be. No, King Shark. They've said not going to be in it.
Oh!
I know.
Oh, King Shark.
Let's see. Where is it? I did see an article about it. What potential characters? Okay, according to Schmoes Know, or rather El Mayimbe from Latino Review told Schmoes Know that characters rumoured are Floyd Lawton, aka Deadshot, and George Digger Harkness, aka Captain Boomerang, as you just mentioned there. Both rumoured to star.
I thought he would be a really shit villain, but then after coming across him in New 52 Suicide Squad, I was like, this character is actually really fun.
Captain Boomerang is brilliant.
He's fucking hilarious.
And he's coming on to Arrow this season.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The third member of the team is expected to be Mari Joy McCabe, the African superhero also known as Vixen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is odd. Other members of the team are...
Is that who Will Smith is playing? I sound like such a racist now.
Is he playing the female character Vixen? Probably not. Her powers are accessing the capabilities of animals.
Oh,
so
yeah,
basically
yeah.
She's
that's why in...
basically, she's Wanna Beast.
Yeah, except she doesn't, like, mutate animals together. She becomes a... Yeah. That's why those two are in a relationship on The Brave and the Bold.
That's right. Other characters include potential characters. Shut up and let me speak. Blockbuster, who's a super strong bruiser. Mind Boggler, a punk rock telepath.
Nice.
Jacoulet, an enemy of the squad in the comics and blessed with super speed. And Multiplex, a man named Danton Black, able to produce clones of himself, who actually appears in the second episode of The Flash, the new Flash TV show, which is freaking awesome. I love it.
I thought you were going to say, Multiplex, he has the power of being many cinemas.
He appears on 8 screens at once. No mention of Harley, but come on, it's a given. They have to put the character of Harley Quinn on the screen at some point.
Like I said to Abby, she was like, they've said that they won't be in. I said, well, yeah, but Suicide Squad can be like, she can maybe not be a part of it at the beginning. But then basically the Suicide Squad, one of the premises of the thing is recruiting Harley to be a part of the Suicide Squad while they do this mission.
No, well, it could be, but I mean,
because she will appear somewhere in the film.
I think they're a fool not to put her in it because she's not appeared in any cinematic universe movies or any cinematic movies before now, and she's one of the best loved DC characters.
Yep.
Everyone loves Harley Quinn, so they'd be fools not to put her in. And of course, you say Harley Quinn exists in that universe, automatically the Joker exists in that universe, so you don't even need to set him up in a future Batman movie.
Exactly.
He's there. I've said this before. It's just perfect, you know.
Well, to be fair, in the Christopher Nolan movies, they didn't set up the Joker. He's just bam there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What you need to do
with regards to Will Smith and Tom Hardy, I would say if they go with the comics, not necessarily comics accurate, but close to the comics costume for Deadshot, where he has the hood and what have you could have Will Smith for that. Because I don't think anyone would really mind if you changed the Deadshot's ethnicity.
No, fair point.
Yeah. That's kind of the way I'm thinking with that.
Captain Boomerang being an Australian, you've got it's a bit trickier to change his ethnicity. I mean, generally, how many black people do you ever see in Australia? They're all Aborigines or white. So, Tom Hardy, although to be fair, he'd go from one weird accent to g'day, mate, whoa, shrimp on the barbie, fucking hell.
Remember, Tom Hardy is Mad. Remember, Tom Hardy is Mad Max in Fury Road.
That's very true, actually. That is very true.
So he's got form for Australia.
Oh, good blimey, fucking hell, mate. Oh, Fury Road and that, mate. That would be an interesting combination.
Yeah.
But they associated with yet another DC character.
Well, that's it. Well, currently Tom Hardy's name is being bandied about for pretty much everything. His name is also in contention. Marvel want to speak to him about Doctor Strange.
Don't see that.
No, I don't see that either. And also, I read his name is up for something else, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But it's...
Galactus!
Yeah, no. No. Well, yeah, go and get 5'7" Tom Hardy to play the just gigantic thing in the universe. Yeah, all right, man, whatever. Tells you something when I'm tall.
Oh, the guy who plays the villain in X-Men Apocalypse.
That's right, yeah. They wanted to play Apocalypse, that's it.
What? That I could see, but...
That tells you something when we live in a world...
Paint in purple, covering the cables.
This is something where we live in a world where I am taller than Bane, the man who broke the Bat's back. God's sake. He was a midget. Anyway, let's carry on.
You really adopted the height.
I was born with it. Well, that would be a bit weird if I was, but I genetically grew into it.
I shrunk.
Just
shrimp on the Barbie.
What sounds like a dog tied to a chain with laryngitis. Brother.
Why is Bane Dog?
Bane Dog. Is that like
would you like a Scooby
Arch Nemesis?
Yeah.
I'm the bad dog.
That just sounds like he's taking the piss.
I'm the bad dog. Why are you taking the piss out of me? Shut up, you. I'll come over there and I'll break your legs. You're gonna break my leg now, are you? Well, seriously, you're doing me head in now. Look at you. So my Scooby's just like, well, you guys just run up already and fight. I would have watched you fight.
Meanwhile, the Swedish chef is like, hurdy-gurdy-dur, but talk with my voice, gurdy-gur.
Oh, hurdy-gurdy-gur.
It's a fucking mainstream
Swedish
Hollywood movie
Pain.
that requires subtitles.
Swedish Pain.
Put
the chicken in the basket, brother.
You're in the dark.
You merely cooked the chicken. I put them in the basket. Oh god.
Oh, that to be a
The
movie.
League of Shadows is just made up of loads of baits, just of various takes the piss out of people. The dogs, the Swedish chefs. Hi ho, I'm Kermit the Frog. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, I was thinking of the Legion of Doom. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
What? I'm sorry, I'm Lex Luthor. I'm the smartest man on the planet. I can't understand a word you're saying. My universal translator doesn't understand you, and I can even understand Gorilla Grodd. He's a frigging monkey. That's it. You can... time out for you. Go and stand in the corner. Go and stand in the corner.
Very good.
You know what they should be doing? They should be doing Ace the Bat Dog v Crypto, the super dog.
Oh god, that would be amazing.
I know, Dawn of Christ or something.
Dawn of Crofts.
What? The whole thing is just narrated by Dr. Doolittle.
Oh, Eddie Murphy. Damn!
Damn! Look at these dogs fat.
I don't know, like,
Well, he's-
what? And they were like, damn, and I'm like,
Well, he's a donkey.
dog, and I'm, well, goddammit, here's some dogs having a fight. German clump. I'm going to eat that dog. Oh, God.
I want to buy the dog's license. How much does it cost? I need about $350. Damn it, Loch Ness Monster! I ain't giving you no $350.
I'm the Loch Ness Monster. God damn it, Bane, Loch Ness Monster. Why you pretend to be the Loch Ness Monster when you was actually Bane?
God damn it, Loch Ness Bane!
Hello, Ness Monster. Are you my grandson?
Oh, are you my grandson, are you?
What kind of weird movie is this?
My dad featuring me.
Fucking
Why are you taking the piss out of yourself now, Bane?
This has got to be the weirdest movie of all time. Fucking two dog. The whole premise is a dog fight, narrated by Dr. Doolittle, while Bane pretends to be the Loch Ness Monster, and Sean Connery is stood there next to a plesiosaur, going, "Are you my grandson?"
Where's that Bane?
God's sake! It's like a very strange remake of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Do you know what the funniest thing about it is? This is only the second movie out of 10 that we've actually talked about so far.
Okay, what's the next one?
The next one is coming to you in early 2017. We have Gal Gadot's very own Wonder Woman movie.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now,
Fighting for our rights in her satin tights and the old red, white, and blue.
indeed. Now, at the moment in New Mexico,
Flag girl.
the crew of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice have just erected a new set. Which,
Crap title.
you beg your pardon?
Fun.
Crap title.
Yeah, okay.
It's like Tourette's. Every time you say Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, I have to say crap title.
No, that's
Oh, I thought
not
you
Tourette's. That's more of a learned behaviour. You know, like when you
Yeah,
give a dog
whatever.
a treat, it gets up on its hind leg and stuff. Pavlov. It's a Pavlovian response.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so Pavlov Paul there. Yeah, at the moment, they're filming in New Mexico on a set which looks very reminiscent of Themyscira. So it looks like we're going to be having at least one scene set there during the movie, which would be awesome.
Yeah, they've announced it's going to be the new 52 Zeus origin isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it was in an interview. I forget who it was with now. I think it was Jeff Johns, maybe. I can't remember. They've said that they're going with the Zeus origin, which makes sense if you're doing New 52. You know what I mean? It would have been a bit weird to go on screen and just say, "Hey, here's this girl who's made of clay." You know what I mean? It would have been a bit odd. Plus, if you're doing the Zeus origin, it means you can do the storyline from the comics.
Okay.
We were only talking about that earlier, weren't we, Paul? Okay. Mm. Yes. Oh yeah. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. Just remember.
Of course. If they're going New 52, that means have some hot Wonder Woman action as well.
May have some what?
Well, Superman and Wonder Woman have a thing in the New 52.
Oh no,
they?
they've already confirmed that ain't happening in the movies.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, that would be too confusing for general audiences who know the Superman and Lois Lane are together.
Yeah.
Anyway, later in 2000,
they could always base it on Grant Morrison and just be like, Wonder Woman fucked a tree.
Yeah. Later in 2017, we have Justice League Part 1 to be directed by Zack Snyder, starring Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, which were presumably Gal Gadot reprising Wonder Woman, Ray Fisher reprising the Cyborg, and other actors who may be, in Superman.
About to be mentioned.
Yes. Who may or may not make appearances in Batman v Superman before then. Now Justice League, they say Part 1. So, well, I mean, what do we think here? Are we thinking two separate? Are we thinking it's Justice League 1 or Justice League Part 1 of 2? So they're going to end on a cliffhanger and we're going to be fighting the same villain in the second movie, or what?
If it's like what they did with the Harry Potter films, one film into normally there'd only be a year's gap, and there's a 2-year gap between parts 1 and part 2. So these are logistically and everything 2 separate movies. So
That's
I think it is
thinking.
Justice
So
League
why don't
1
they
and
just
Justice
call it
League 2.
So why don't they just call it that then?
Well, it may have a different title by the time we get to it, because
sure
they may come up with another shit title like Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice shit title.
I'm sure it will.
So yeah.
I'm sure it'll be like Justice League, Rise of Brainiac, Origins, Dawn of the Brainiac, or something like that.
Something equally shit.
Yeah. It's either going to be Rise of or Dawn of, or Age of. That's what they all are these days, isn't it? Rise of the Days of the Dawn of Origins of Brainiac. Because that's the big rumour anyway, that it's going to be Brainiac. So 2017, look for loads of movies about cities being shrunk down into tiny bottles. Little wee tiny bottles.
Oh, it's me!
Yeah, little Declan Quinn.
Declan Quinn!
In a tiny leprechaun.
The creaky knees!
He won't fit in the bottle.
The only thing is, when people think of sticking cities in bottles, most people in our line of work would think of Brainiac. That just reminds me of, do you remember the Aardman animation series Rex the Runt?
Yes.
It just reminds me of the episode where they thought they'd won Birmingham.
I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, they were like, because they won the lottery.
Birmingham.
It was apparently a typo on a check. They were supposed to win £1 million, but for some reason the check said Birmingham. So they were just like, Birmingham, we've won Birmingham. So then they just made this fucking shrink ray and just started shrinking all these cities and sticking them in bottles and jars and shit. And then they got their prize money taken away from them because they did that.
Well,
all the while there was that one dog that was always just like, Minestrone!
Oh, Minestrone, he says. God damn it, Bayrex. Minestrone. God, yeah, I remember. I missed that show. It was good, though.
Yeah, I keep trying to find it, and it's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. So we've got that, as I say, and as Paul's mentioned there, it's going to be starring other heroes. including, one would presume, The Flash, who's getting his own movie in early 2018, which is to be starring an actor by the name of Ezra Miller. Now, I'm not familiar with the guy, so I looked him up. Oh my god. It's a girl.
Wait, what?
Well, he looks like a girl anyway.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah. It's Miller time.
Who are they playing again?
Who's what? Ezra Miller is playing the Flash.
Playing the Flash.
Barry
You
Allen
said he
Flash.
was rather. Well, what you said to me was he's a gimp.
Yeah, he looks like a gimp. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's a gimp.
He's a gimp.
He's totally a gimp. Plus, don't forget, I mean,
He seems to be missing the leather for that.
I don't know, I wouldn't put it past him looking at this guy. I mean, don't forget, we've got Barry on the TV at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, people are going to be familiar with that. Well, not. They're going to be familiar with Barry looking a certain way. And then when this dude turns up, who ain't the TV Barry? I mean, granted, I know this is 4 years away. You know, it's quite a long ways away. I just don't think it'll work. I really don't think this guy looks like the Flash at all.
No, not really.
I mean, I suppose, you know, there's a lot of things you can do between now and then. It all depends on the costume. It depends if, I swear to God, they better dye his hair blonde. You know, it just, I don't know if it's going to be right. I really don't know. This is the movie that worries me most. I mean, by then, we know that they'll be able to do it, you know, to do the running and what have you, of the Flash. They'll be able to do his powers justice because they'll have plenty of practice on the TV show. But obviously, they need to put their own stamp on it, so it needs to be different to the TV show, whilst also being very similar, obviously, because there's only certain ways you can do those powers. And it worries me. Really, really worries me. No one else is concerned. Okay.
Oh, that's why I went.
Well, in the end, he's very much an unknown sort of, you know,
commodity.
Commodity.
So he could be
Interesting
really
word.
good. We just ain't gonna know until we see. And I do wonder, looking at him, whether go in a potentially slightly different direction to how the TV. So maybe rather than having a Barry Allen, we might have a Wally West.
No, he's confirmed to be Barry Allen.
I think they're skewing a little bit younger again than the TV show. So you know.
In that case, we're going to have a Flash who's right at the beginning of his career. That worries me.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's like fucking since the whole Dark Knight Heath Ledger thing, I have basically, whenever they announce any actor like this, I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Because I'm just like, I have no idea what to expect from anyone anymore.
Yeah, but,
unless they were like, we cast fucking Tommy Wiseau as the Flash, in which case I would know exactly what to expect.
Well,
I don't think anyone would do that.
I think we need to see more of this chap as an actor
hi,
first.
Superman.
That could be what we're going to be getting, to be fair, with this. Anyway, let's move on to later in 2018 and a bit more testosterone in the form of Aquaman. That's not something that you normally say. But this is an Aquaman who's to be played by Jason Momoa, Khal Drogo himself.
Yay! Baywatch Chilly Nights, finally.
Baywatch Chilly Nights, yeah. Just after months and months of speculation and teasing and wondering, is he or isn't he, it's actually finally confirmed. And the dude was at Walker Stalker Con in Atlanta this past weekend. And it was, you know, it's the first time anyone's actually been able to ask him about it. And he said he's dead excited, obviously being Polynesian. a lot of the gods in their folklore around there are based around water. So he's very thrilled to be actually representing a water god, if you like, in the form of Arthur Curry. And he said it's nice to have a brown superhero. I'm looking at him thinking, that brown, you're more of a very tanned kind of dude. But I suppose there you go. But the dude's built, we know what he is. We know who he is. We know his acting background. The guy, even though I think he looked perfect for Lobo, the dude is Lobo. But I'm really excited to see what he can bring to Aquaman. And I think what they've done here is they've got the manliest Aquaman that they can find to say, this dude is not a pussy. This ain't your dad's Aquaman. This ain't Paul's Aquaman.
Stereotypical Aquaman. You lot keep thinking.
This dude doesn't talk to fish. This dude will stab you in the face with a trident.
No, this is why I'm expecting the advert to be like shots of the sea and some like whalers or some shit, and then like a fucking trident slamming into the thing, and then him riding up, jumping on like fucking on the back of the shark from the back of the shark from Jaws, just fucking jumping over the shark, taking out one of the fucking whalers or some shit, and him turning up and kicking ass.
Now, questions for you. Okay. Questions I haven't asked so far is villains for these movies. Suicide Squad, it's a tough one. It's a very difficult one to actually guess who their villain's going to be. So we can't really go there on that one.
Pretty much going to be a DC Mission Impossible, so it could be anybody.
It could be anyone, yeah, you're right. We can't even begin to speculate on that.
If it's based
we know that
on
Amanda Waller's got to be in it.
Yeah, if it's going to be based on New 52, though, it could be, oh shit, what are they called? That cult that followed that Basilisk guy.
I'm not familiar with that one. I haven't read too much New 52 yet, that. So
yeah.
I am about to start this week, though. Wonder Woman. Now, who do we think for that?
Again, if they're following the comic books, like they said they might, then it could be like Ares or something.
That would be very good, and that would obviously explain the whole Zeus thing as well. So, I think you're a very good choice with that one.
Although it could actually be Hera, if that's the case, because if they're going with the whole Zeus thing, because of that, there was like in the Wonder Woman comic book, the whole first part of that was because Zeus had gone to Earth and slept with another woman, and had a child who was going to apparently be prophesized to take over the throne from Zeus, and Hera was like, well, I'm not having that. So had the child kidnapped, and then the whole point is Wonder Woman trying to get this kid back with working with like her brother, like Hephaestus and all this sort of stuff to get the kid back. So they could do that.
Maybe. Now, The Flash. Who do we think would be the big bad in The Flash?
Well, I think rather than one big bad, you're probably going to get two or three.
You probably get the Rogues,
Captain Cold
banding together. So Captain Cold and two others.
Well, depending on Suicide Squad, we could have returning villains from that. We could have some guys who were in the Suicide Squad turn up in this, like Captain Boomerang could turn back up in The Flash.
Yeah.
Because he's already established in that universe, isn't he?
So
I don't think they'd go for Reverse Flash so soon.
No. It'd be like Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, and someone else.
Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, and probably Heatwave, maybe.
Yeah. That's the one I was trying to think of.
They'd make quite a good team of three of them. Yeah. Gorilla Grodd, no.
Yeah. I would really like to see fucking... Oh, shit, what's his name? That guy who's has all the weird fucking freaky lights and shit.
The guy who has all the lights.
Like the quilt guy.
Crazy God.
Yes.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting in a film, yeah.
Would be very interesting. Aquaman, that's clearly got to be Orm and Black Manta.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think there's much scope for many Aquaman sequels, sadly, because they're basically his only two villains.
Unless they do they follow the comics again and have the whole Outsiders thing, because then it'd be Aquaman leading the rest of the Outsiders doing whatever. Like,
but then you've got
the old. But then it'd only basically be like the one sequel, because it'd be him working with the Outsiders to get all the Atlantis relics back. So.
Yeah, I think you can
That'd
only
be the
really
only
do...
sequel you could get, and then he'd just be in Justice League movies.
Well, the next movie...
See, I was just going to say, I still feel that the way to go with the Aquaman movies is to go, sort of big, sort of Lord of the Rings underwater, basically. And if they don't cut his hand off, I'll be very disappointed.
No, I think you've got to keep his hand on. It's be too jarring, you know what I mean? Especially seeing as the next year you've got Justice League 2. So if he gets his hand cut off in Aquaman, and then suddenly he's got it again in Justice League 2, it's going to be a bit weird. Then, as I say, early 2019, we've got a movie we already were told about, which is Shazam.
Awesome.
Officially called Shazam, not Captain Marvel. So, I think we all know what the character's going to be called in that. We know that the villain will be Black Adam, to be played by The Rock.
What do you want to go there for?
Because that's where the Shazam is. No word on who's playing old Billy Batson, or indeed young Billy Batson, at this point. Either incarnation of them. So they've got that. And then Justice League Part 2 comes out in late 2019. Now this one, I reckon... You've got to go big, so it's got to be Darkseid, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon you probably add in maybe one or two extra heroes to the roster for this. So aside from the ones that we already know about, who would you add into the Justice League for their second outing? Say, let's try and think of like two or three.
Well, who were the ones that we know are definitely in the first one then?
Well, we don't know for sure, but I would say going off the list that of movies and whatnot, I'd say, well, we already know Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg will all exist in that universe before Justice League Part 1. I would presume the Flash is going to be there, and I would presume Aquaman's going to be there.
And I'd presume Green Lantern as well.
Well, I don't know.
Or they'd introduce him in the Justice League film.
See, I would think
unless
maybe Green Lantern comes in either at the end of Justice League 1, or I think he's there for the beginning of Justice League 2. I think he's probably the big main addition to the Green Lantern, society, to the Green Lantern Society, to the Justice League in Justice League 2. Especially if it's Darkseid, then GL can come down and tell everyone of this impending doom of this guy from Apocalypse who's coming to destroy the Earth for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I think Green Lantern. I think you're right on there.
Who we're missing from the Justice League? We don't have Martian Manhunter.
Good point.
Ooh, so that'd be nice to see.
Okay,
and
so there we go. Two again would link it from
Green Arrow.
I don't know about Green Arrow. I mean, what good?
I think we need another girl.
Yes, I think another girl would.
Another girl. So I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could work. I was going to say Element Woman is part of the New 52 Justice League. Last time I checked.
No, I think Paul's right there with Hawk Girl. I think she would be. And again,
well, she works really well in the animated. JLA.
Especially if they've got the Flash in there, her and the Flash together are fucking hilarious.
There you go. And again, another extraterrestrial. I think you get your two extraterrestrials and your Martian Manhunter and your Hawk Girl, and you've got a guy from space who's actually human in Green Lantern. Yeah. So I think there you go. I think you're onto a winner there with three.
Which Green Lantern will they go with, do you reckon?
That's the question.
I don't think
go with Hal Jordan again.
I really want them to go with fucking hell, Guy Gardner. I want Guy Gardner in a film. That would be fucking hilarious. I love that guy.
as much as he'd be great, I think you're either looking at Hal again or looking at the league just for sheer diversity. I think you might be looking at Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah, that could be cool too.
Yeah, because you've only got one other black guy then, haven't you?
Well,
You've got
it's
Cyborg.
more especially because he's Jon Stewart with his he has the military background as well, doesn't he?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it would be pretty cool. It would be.
Seeing constructs of
yeah.
like big old weapons and stuff, you know.
Yeah. So he'd have like he'd have the like tactician's background. So then it isn't just like Batman.
Why does he need a tactician's Batman? Batman is the greatest strategist in the world.
I know, but at least then someone else is helping, rather than just Batman going, "This is everything," and everyone going, "I guess."
Yeah, but Batman's awesome. So
yeah, but it's like I want the thing to be all like like the first story arc in New 52 DC Comics, where everyone's like, "Oh, he doesn't have superpowers," and then everyone's like, "Oh, I don't see a leader of this outfit," and Batman just going, "Well, you're clearly not looking over here, then."
Yeah,
stuff like that. I want that to happen.
Oh god, I love Batman in that story. He's just amazing.
So I'm hoping that sort of like chemistry will happen for the entirety of all the Justice League films, because that would be cool. Like,
that would be cool.
Bouncing off each other.
Then
Ooh, Dr. Fate, that could be fun.
I think Dr. Fate's probably a bit too out there for a mainstream Justice League movie at this time.
Fair enough.
He'd have been more leaning towards things like Justice League Dark.
I shall get on to Justice League Dark shortly. In 2020, after Justice League 2, the early 2020, we get Cyborg. He gets his own movie, does Ray Fisher. Bit of a strange one, considering, we've just had 2 Justice League movies. What story could Cyborg possibly have on his own? Don't quite understand that one. I would presume his origin is either covered in Batman, Superman, or the beginning of Justice League Part 1. And then finally, in 2020, we get a new Green Lantern movie. So, considering that's coming the year after Justice League, I would think it's a safe bet that one of the Green Lanterns will appear in Justice League Part 2. Now, the big rumour is that the GL movie is actually going to be a Green Lantern Corps movie. So we're going to see multiple Green Lanterns, including Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner, and possibly Kyle Rayner, going up against the Red Lanterns, led by Atrocitus, who may indeed be in league with the Sinestro Corps.
Oh, I want to see the Red Lanterns in a movie. That would be fucking.
The whole movie will be set in space. That is the big rumour.
Nice.
A whole movie.
As long as we've got Sinestro being a twat, that's the important bit.
Absolutely.
I just want to see fucking Atrocitus. I want to see him.
Atrocitus would be amazing on screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, as I say,
do you reckon they'll have fucking oh shit, the cat?
Oh god, what's his name? I know who you mean. Yeah, I can't remember. No. I mean, any chance to see Kilowog again is going to be amazing for me. Right, so I say this is just the slate that they've released so far, and as I say, this is
that's his name.
There you go. And this is excluding any further Superman or Batman solo movies. So expect at least one of each. Now, what else? Talking, as Paul mentioned there about Dr. Fate, people were asking why the Sandman wasn't talked about on this slate of movies, and someone
because it's not a DC film.
Well, that's exactly what Neil Gaiman said.
Film.
That's what Neil Gaiman said on his blog. Neil Gaiman, the gay man.
Slate altogether.
Exactly. He said, what was the Neil Gaiman? I know. It's not a DC Comics film. It's a Vertigo film. That's a different slate of films. And a different announcement. A different slate of movies. So look for
MOVIE.
There you go. So look for Sandman to be announced as part of a Vertigo slate, which would also presumably include Guillermo del Toro's possible Justice League Dark movie. So it looks like the DC and the Vertigo universes are being kept separate on screen.
Yeah. So I was going to say, after the New 52, would all depend on like which set of characters, like which era they were drawing from, as to whether it would be a Vertigo or a DC Comics thing. If it was like Justice League Dark and shit, because they were drawing the modern stuff that's from normal DC, but then the older stuff like Hellblazer and all that is all fucking Vertigo. And that's going to be really confusing to try and figure out what's going where.
Well, that's kind of one of the reasons why Constantine doesn't fit into the Arrow and Flash universe, because it's not DC, if you like. I mean, granted, and Gotham is an Elseworlds tale as far as I'm concerned. An Elseworlds tale where all of Batman's villains turn up before Batman's even Batman.
Yeah.
So it's rumoured that the rest of the Vertigo slate could include adaptations of Fables and 100 Bullets. So there's that. So let's see what we as comic fans have got to look forward to over the next 6-7 years then. Okay, so later this year, November the 7th, which is only a couple of weeks away, we have Disney and Marvel's Big Hero 6 animated movie. Then May 1st of 2015, we have Avengers Age of Ultron. Just think, we're 6 months away from Avengers 2.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that sound amazing when you put it like that? Then 2 months after that, on July the 17th, we have Marvel's Ant-Man. After that, we have August the 7th, we have the reboot of the Fantastic Fox, the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Mr. Fox there, who's
the Fantastic Fox star.
Yeah. He's able to stretch and turn on fire, and that would certainly be interesting.
Fucking weird.
It would be. Then February 12th, 2016, pencil it in your diaries, because Deadpool comes back to life over at Fox.
Hooray!
About a month or so later, on March the 25th, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice appears from Warner Brothers. And then, because Batman blinked, Captain America 3, aka Marvel's Civil War, will take place on May the 6th. Yes, that's right. Captain America and Iron Man are set to do battle in that movie. Now, we haven't talked about this. What do we think?
I think it sounds pretty darn cool. Actually.
Hold on, can you repeat that again? You sort of cracked out a bit.
Oh, sorry. The announcement that happened this week is that, last week, is that Robert Downey Jr. is set to reprise the role of Tony Stark in Captain America 3 in what is deemed to be an adaptation of Civil War.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, that could be cool.
It's going to be a really big thing for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I mean, what date is that again?
That is May 6th.
May 6th. So that's going to be tail end of season 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. moving into the beginning of season 4. It'll get that far. That's kind of a no-brainer. But thinking just beyond that immediate movie, that's going to have repercussions for everything else that is happening.
Absolutely.
The Netflix shows, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It also puts massive weight to the rumor that Sony has reached an agreement with Disney to basically have a part ownership in Spider-Man. They can put Spider-Man into the Marvel Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because as we all know, Spider-Man is a massive component of Civil War. I don't think they'll do the unmasking, because that would be too awkward for their movies. But, at least to have Spider-Man in there would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll have to see wait and see what happens with that one. And then a couple of weeks later, we have X-Men Apocalypse, featuring everyone's favourite 5'9" Tom Hardy, possibly. Apocalypse in the past is moving pyramids in my mind.
Hang on.
I was not responsible.
Sorry, it's just, I just realised because it's an ancient Egyptian mutant, so who's immortal. So we've got Tom Hardy, who's been doing a Sean Connery impression as Bane, and now playing an ancient Egyptian immortal.
There can be only one brother.
Sanchez Ramirez.
I shall chop off your head. Sodor. 2 months after
The
Apocalypse,
penis is evil.
or rather about 6 weeks after the apocalypse, as Doctor Strange will appear from Marvel in a puff of smoke. Then after that, on the 5th of August, we're going to come face to face with the Suicide Squad from Warner Brothers. And then later that year, in November the 11th of 2016, we come up with the Sinister Six from Sony Pictures there.
Maybe.
Moving through into 2017, March the 3rd brings us Wolverine 3. May the 5th brings us an unknown Marvel movie, which, what do we think? What do we suspect that would be? At this point?
4-3.
Could be 4-3.
Haven't they already nailed down which one Guardians 2 is going to be?
Guardians 2, yeah, I'm getting to that in just a minute, yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably going to be Thor the Third.
Could be, or it could be Black Panther, maybe.
Maybe.
Could be just a new hero at this point. You would have thought they would have said, if it's an existing hero like Captain America, they said, yeah, this is the date for him. Guardians 2, yeah, this is the date for this. If it's still unknown at this point, I think it's going to be a brand new movie, a brand new hero. So we'll have to wait and see at that point. June 23rd, 2017 brings us Wonder Woman, 3 days after my birthday. July the 14th brings us Fantastic Fuck-Ups 2. Let's see. Yeah. July 28th brings us Guardians of the Galaxy. So literally 2 weeks after Fox released their second cinematic abortion, Marvel is just going to go, now come and see this instead. Then we have on November the 3rd another Marvel movie, which is unknown at this time. So that's quite curious.
Howard the Duck.
Yes. November 17th brings us
Condiments!
Now, at this moment in time, we have 2 weeks between Marvel's unknown movie and the first Justice League movie. That'll be interesting. Then, movies with as yet unknown dates to be released in 2017. We have the female-led Spider-Man spin-off from Sony. We have Venom, which is Venom Carnage, is the name of that movie. Again, an unknown date on that one from Sony. And finally, we have Lego Batman. Yeah, Lego Batman is getting a spin-off from the Lego movie, and he gets his own movie in 2017 as well.
Parents!
Darkness! No parents! I'm an orphan! I love that. That's got to be the outro music.
I've bought
Okay.
the Lego soundtrack too, so I have the proper recording.
There you go. Moving through to 2018, brings us to March 23rd, which is the release of the girly girl that is The Flash. May the 4th in 2018, rumoured to be Avengers 3 rather, is an unknown Marvel movie. I would imagine at that point, yeah, that's going to be Avengers 3. July the 6th brings us another unknown Marvel movie. July 13th brings us an unknown X-Men movie, which is a bit odd. July 27th of 2018 is Aquaman, so it's going to be bloody cramped in July 2018. November the 2nd, 2018 brings us yet another unknown Marvel movie. And again, with an unknown date in that year, we are supposed to have Amazing Spider-Man 3 from Sony. 2019 isn't so bad at the moment, with April 5th being Shazam, May the 3rd being an unknown Marvel movie, and June the 14th being Justice League 2. 2020 gives us just 2 movies which is April 3rd is Cyborg, and June the 19th brings us Green Lantern. So, movies that we know are in production yet do not have any years or dates attached to them at the moment is, as Paul's mentioned there, Thor 3, X-Force from Fox, Gambit solo movie from Fox, Sandman from the Warner Brothers, Justice League Dark from Warner Brothers, an unknown Superman movie, and an unknown Batman movie. As I say, we're going to be getting at least one of each. So there we go. That's according to Comics Alliance, that is our full list of everything we can geek out on over the next 6-7 years.
Cool.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Yes, indeed.
Pretty awesome. So there we are. What do we think to that then?
Our cup runneth over.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. I think we as geeks should be very happy with the way of the world at the moment.
Mm-hmm. We have inherited the earth.
We have indeed. And it couldn't be sweeter. Right. That brings us to the end of the actual news. Paul, should we say our little, seeing as we're still around the superhero topic, shall we release details of our secret project of which we started?
Okay, yeah. So last weekend, we started on a little project that I had this idea for not so very, a while back, and we're going to be doing another recording for that later this week, hopefully.
Yes, a number of them.
We've been discussing various titles for it, and the basic concept is that Mike and I are going to be doing commentaries on superhero TV shows and films, and I mean, we all love our Marvel films and our Supermans and our trilogies. We love our.
Is this because me and Mike can never find time to actually finish the Marvel comics?
No. I mean, the Marvel movies.
No.
Or do you mean you're going to be a bit more like
this is
factual and?
This is going to be completely separate to the 50-foot commentary series that me and Andy do. This will be completely separate to that. This is a brand new series that me and Paul have come up with.
Oh, okay.
Right, basically, obviously, the Dark Knight trilogies, these are the superhero movies that everybody loves, and they're brilliant, and they make loads of money.
They fly higher than everything else, basically.
Yeah. However, before these films came along,
for every Man of Steel, there has to be a Superman Returns, shall we say?
For every Dark Knight Returns, there has to be a Catwoman. For every Smallville, there has to be a Superboy.
Exactly.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to watch the shit ones so that you don't have to.
For every Flash, there has to be a Flash.
Yeah. That you didn't quite think that one through, did you?
Not really.
No.
Oh well.
But I have this list on my iPad, which is over 50 titles long at the moment, of things that are known to be shit, or at least critically have been panned, but we might actually quite like.
A lot of them I've actually seen already, which is weird.
Yeah. The very first one we recorded, we actually were expecting car crash and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we really loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going
is
back.
Is this going to be an audio thing or a video thing?
This is an audio thing.
It's an audio thing.
Yeah, we've already recorded 3 episodes of it so far. It's a new series that we've decided to call. What was it? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a comic book commentary. I think that's what we decided on, wasn't it?
A comic book commentary, yes.
Yes.
I think a comic book commentary as opposed to a superhero commentary, because they're not all actually superhero films.
Exactly.
But they are all comic book. And we're going to be touching on cinematic films. We're going to be touching on TV pilots that you might not have seen. We're going to be going all the way back to the 30s and 40s with the
very
Republic
first one we recorded
serials.
was a 1940s, 1941,
yeah, something like
I think
that.
it was.
39, 40, something like that. Serial. and TV shows and various bits and pieces. So yeah, we're gonna, like I say, the tagline is we're watching the shit ones so that you don't have to.
Exactly. Now
Talk.
Yeah. Now with the you will hear in the early episodes, the 3 that we've recorded already, we didn't really have the title in place, so you may hear them referred to as the superhero shit shows, but we since changed the title, so it's something a little better. So there's that. Again, I'll warn you of that when we start putting the episodes out. I say we have 3 banked right now, so the first one should be going out very, very shortly. Basically,
get one up this week, and we're doing another recording later in the week. And the other thing we're going to try and do is do some stuff that ties in with as things come out. So, for example, we'll probably have something come out fairly soon that'll tie in with Gotham, and something that will tie in with the new series of the new TV version of Flash, and Constantine's coming up. So when that's something to tie in with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and we've got the Marvel movies next year, and so we'll try and do things that are tying in with things that are current, as it were. So what's that comic book movie that came out this weekend?
Hey,
what
comic book movie came?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, sorry, no, it came out months ago for me because from America. We've got something in the pipeline to come in actually, to tie in with that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So lots to look forward to. This is we're gonna this one potentially is going to run and run.
Because you what?
I said I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, well, we kept this one specifically quiet because we wanted to kind of just foist it onto the audience and say, here you go, have some of this. We do have things going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that we Mike and I can just basically sit in a room in front of a TV and not have to worry about technology.
This is the disadvantage of you guys living so close together and me living 3-hour drive away.
Yeah, that does suck sometimes.
You need to move.
Yeah.
I already suggested what we need to do is all get a house together, like we insinuated in the Christmas podcast. Except we don't all have to share a fucking bed.
Well,
and have a fireplace in there.
I think Paul's family might have something to say about that.
They can have the spare room.
Or all 3.
Yeah, they can have one room and us 3 can have the other.
Fair enough. It's a novel idea.
Well, no, because it'd be like the house that has Paul's family, and then there's the extra bedroom that Mike's in, and I'm the weird creepy guy that lives in the basement.
You just stand outside and stare through the windows.
Yeah, I just knock on the window occasionally.
I love how I get my own room and all of Paul's family have to live in one room. That's amazing.
No, I meant the whole...
asylum seekers and stuff, you know what I mean? 10 families to a bedroom.
No, I meant it's like a big house.
All 4 of them huddled on a single mattress.
No, I meant it's like...
In fact, you're not even getting a mattress, you're getting a rug.
No, I meant more like...
Keep digging, Andy. Let us know when you get to China.
No, the idea that I came up with after the Paul's family get one room and us 3 get the other was more like it's like a 4-bedroom house, so it's all Paul's family except for there's the room that would normally be the spare room is now Mike's room, and then I'm like the creepy guy who lives in the attic or the basement or whatever, who only comes out to eat biscuits or something.
Well, you're like that episode of The Simpsons. You're Hugo who lives in the loft and we feature fish.
Yeah, except
lives in the shower fridge.
Yeah, exactly. I'll bring my shower fridge and I'll live in that.
God.
And live off nothing but
I'd
milk cartons.
Now you say that you live in your shower fridge, I have this image of it dematerialising like the TARDIS and flying through space.
That's how I get all my victims. I basically just fly the shower fridge through space.
Man who lives in a fridge.
Just kidnap people and stick them in there. And they're like, oh, we're going on a space adventure. Something like that. Stand in those chains.
God.
I want to play a game.
He's like, I best keep feeding people to this train.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, chaining people up just made me think of something. Sorry, chaining people up just made me think of something that I was reading before we started.
50 Shades of Grey.
Mike, I told you. No,
Beat me to the joke.
almost as bad. Right, but Mike, you know,
50 Shades of Green.
I told you you know, I told you I'd
79
finally got round
Shades of
to
Burgundy.
I'm 79 Shades of Burgundy.
Anyway, you know, I told you
14
I'd down.
specific patches of move.
Well, fuck the both of you then.
Go on, you were reading something.
Yes, I told you I'd downloaded Kevin Smith's Batman miniseries.
You did. Cacophony.
So, yes, Cacophony and The Widening Gyre. Well, I've started on The Widening Gyre. Well, whatever. I've started on The Widening Gyre now.
That's what she said.
And yeah, is it just me?
Is it?
Or when Batsy gets into Arkham and finds Poison Ivy, is it me or is she just in a sex swing?
Yes.
I think that's the point.
She is, or it's just me?
No, she is.
No, she is, yeah.
Oh, I thought so. Right.
Have you not read any further other than that scene? Have you just started
I've
that
read
scene?
to the end of that.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Paul? Paul? Paul?
Hmm?
Are you there? Paul?
Paul, you
Paul?
keep cutting in and out.
Paul? Hey, Paul?
Yeah, my Wi-Fi's being shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I've read to the end of that issue.
Oh, right, okay. So you know the whole thing about her trying to seduce him with the weed and stuff?
Yes.
She's
Well, I
trying to
wouldn't
shag
call
him.
it seduction. Seduction, I'd call it rape.
Well, yeah, she's trying to shag him, hence the sex swing.
And then Etrigan turns up and ruins the atmosphere.
Oh, Etrigan's amazing in that series.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Etrigan.
God. Oh God, I love Etrigan. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Me and Paul are doing these comic book costumes.
This reminds me though. One of the main reasons I haven't recorded any videos recently is because my camera stand seems to have gone missing. But I've recently ordered a temporary replacement, so tomorrow, hopefully, I'm going to be able to record the Patreon video. So to actually
The oft-promised Patreon video.
And all this bullshit. Because I finally get a day off that I can spend to myself tomorrow.
Okay. I will be recording the new Nerd Block unboxing video with Paul on Thursday.
Oh, so you are recording that? Because
yes,
I got my Nerd Block earlier today, but I didn't open it just in case.
Yeah, no, you can open yours because I'm going to do mine on Thursday when I'm over at Pulse.
No worries. And then
yeah. I'm taking a well-deserved week off work this week, so I might finally get round to actually doing the intros and outros for the the Hilbury specials.
Oh, bloody hell!
Cool.
Which means we could put those up as well. So
which
we've
means
got
I
also
actually need to edit them now. Then,
I need to find a time that you two are both free as well to record bits for the next Mad Eye movie video too.
Okay. Well, I'm free whenever, you know that.
Yeah, true. But, well, it's mainly because I need Paul as well, and you know why.
Do I?
Well, yeah, you know which one.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I just remembered.
Yeah, I also need to buy plenty of bourbons.
Oh, I'm just realised you're at the perfect time of year to buy the props.
Yes, indeed.
Ah. Well, that's on, yeah. Okay, we shall do that then. Okay, well, instead of actual promising things that are going to happen, let's take things down a notch and talk about, well, any other business. Any other business. Okay, yeah, I figured, seeing as we're having a bit of a 50-foot bulletin, I may as well round things off with a couple of any other business stories.
I have one for you.
Go on.
Kirk Cameron is being weird.
Okay, next story. What's new there?
What?
What's new?
Well, he's just come out saying that Halloween masks that mock Obama celebrate Jesus defeating Satan.
Hooray!
I'm not entirely sure how he came to that conclusion, but in the link, I'll give you the link. Tell me that in this picture he doesn't look startled that a camera would not steal his soul.
Okay, let's have a look.
Let's have a look. So this is on rawstory.com.
F. Oh, there it is. Let's see.
There he is.
It's just like,
Somebody's pinched my bottom.
oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in an interview...
No, actually, it's not somebody's just pinched his bottom. It's somebody's just shoved their thumb up his ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Well, look, it's like in an interview published by the Christian Post on Monday, Cameron explained that the real origins of Halloween had to do with a Catholic Church tradition of remembering the dead before All Saints' Day. And he's basically like, when you go out on Halloween and see all people dressed in costumes and see someone in great big bobblehead Obama costume with great big ears and an Obama face, are they honour him or poking fun?
What is an Obama face?
Yeah, I don't know.
Obama face, Obama face. Obama face, Obama face.
And then Cameron
Poking
said
fun,
that mocking President...
Fun. Oh yes, the poking fun Obama face. He is the president of the USA. He's got a big Obama face.
He's
G20
Obama,
summit.
that is certain.
That's his surname. Obama face, Obama face.
Mau. Right. Yeah. Cameron observed that mocking President Obama... What?
What are we doing?
I don't know. Christians would apparently dress up...
those times where you just look at yourself and you just think, what am I doing?
That's me most of the time. He says that people mocking President Obama in Halloween masks is similar to Christians dressing up in costumes as the devil, ghosts, goblins, and witches, precisely to make the point that those things were defeated and overthrown by the resurrected Jesus Christ.
I must have missed a bit in the Bible when Jesus had a fight with the witches and the goblins.
The costumes poke fun at the fact that the devil and other evils were publicly humiliated by Christ at his resurrection. That's what the scriptures say, that he publicly humiliated the devil when he triumphed over power and principality and put them under his feet.
And yea, Resurrection 2:14 doth say, and Jesus did run through the town that day, and pull down the devil's pants whilst he was not watching. And yea, the people did laugh as they saw the devil's boxer shorts. They were white with red love heart on them.
And the devil became Jesus' shoes.
And the witches did laugh, so Jesus did throw them many eggs of the rotten nature. And the people did laugh one more time. And
Five
thus,
thou shalt be the number thou shalt count.
And thus the children did trick and treat, and this was the origin of Halloween. So saith the Lord, Amen.
Amen.
The Bible there, ladies and gentlemen.
He's just being weird. Right, anyway.
Who, me or Kirk Cameron?
No, Kirk Cameron.
Oh, right, okay. All right.
Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack is coming out on cassette tape.
I heard this. That was interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all. Awesome.
The sad
Does
thing
it
is
still
that no
have
one
tape?
has. Yeah, no one has tape decks anymore.
Yeah, everyone's gonna. It'll come out, and people will be like, "How am I going to play this?"
This is it.
They need a spaceship.
And also, James Gunn, Lord of Raccoons.
Yeah.
He
Someone
also,
came prepared with his own any other business today. Jesus Christ.
I just found them
Makes a
while
change.
we were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said that.
Can't find comic stories, but I'll find.
Yeah. I just saw these on sidebars of what we were reading. I was like, ooh. But he's
That's what he's
basically.
supposed to do on comic websites.
Oh, really?
Look for news.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
I was because he was talking about a Star Wars crossover with Guardians of the Galaxy, but he's like, oh, it wouldn't. He says, oh wait, what was the James Gunn, Lord of the Raccoons? No, he was like, I am the Lord of Raccoons. That was
okay,
it.
that'll do. Yeah.
Star Wars was a long time ago. It would have to be time travel. Oh wait, that's when you were still learning to spell your name voice.
Ah, well.
I was being trained with raccoons.
I've got the raccoons in my pants.
Anyway.
Okay.
The actual any other business.
Okay. The first story I've got is, you know when sometimes you're doing something and you just look and you think, oh, shit, no, that's how you do it instead. You know?
You mean like a minute ago?
Yeah. You know, like when you get a tin opener out on, you get a tin opener out to open a tin of beans, and then when you're halfway through, you realise it had a ring pull the whole time. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a story about a man who has been living his whole life as a lie, basically. This is about a guy who went into a shop to buy a new toilet. He spoke with the shop assistant, who joked about buying one that automatically puts the seat down after use to save his wife, complaining. The man laughed and replied, "If I didn't have a wife, I could save money and not buy one with a seat. And not buy one with a seat, and I'd never have to hear women complaining about putting it down again." To which the assistant gave him a strange look and said, "What do you do when you need a poo?" And then he realised he'd been sitting on the rim of the bowl the whole time. This was a grown man who didn't realise you sit on the toilet seat when you have a poo.
What?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, the guy actually thought if he thought it's only women who use the seat.
How old is this man?
It doesn't say on the thing, but the guy wrote about it on
Old
Reddit.
enough to know better.
Yeah, he wrote about it on Reddit and concluded, "Thinking about it now, it makes sense, especially how men's restrooms have seats. I just assumed it was a unisex / cost saving / oversight deal. How can it be an oversight if it's been in every toilet you've ever been to in your life?" Jesus Christ. This guy goes on Twitter by the name of J. Dog Smith. Doesn't give any information about his details, what age he is, or anything like that. No.
I don't
hang
think
on.
he was properly potty trained or something.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. Jesus Christ, the comment thread has over nearly 3,000 comments at this point.
And is that 3,000 people going,
I shall have a look.
Well, all of it is actually just audio recordings. Like, he's just clicking play on them all, and they all go, He's like, wow, someone's having a spaz fit at me.
Most people are saying, how have you never fell in a toilet? Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't know, maybe he's originally from one of those countries where they use the standy up toilet where you squat.
Oh!
You know, those toilets where it's just basically the fucking thing. It looks like a shower cubicle, kind of, where you squat and there's the hole in the ground. Have you guys never been on holiday to like Turkey or something? Because they have those toilets there.
Nope.
No, I've been to Cyprus, but we had proper toilets in Greece.
Oh no, not in
in
the hotel. It's like when you go to places where there's public.
Where were you having a poo?
No, I didn't
in the
use them.
hotel?
They exist. They're like these like for
Every
public.
toilet I've ever been to in my life was a proper toilet.
Well, every toilet that I've used has been a proper toilet, but there was
So
always
what are you talking about then?
in Turkey and stuff like that. There's always like the one or two cubicles that are these weird fucking things that have the.
Are you sure they're not showers?
Yeah, I looked, because I was looking, because when I first saw it, I was
He's
like...
looking down the
I
plumb
was
hole,
like,
big
no.
turd floating there.
No, I was looking like, where the fuck is the shower head? And then I saw it and I realised that it was actually a fucking toilet. Hold on, let me find it for you.
No, I don't want to know, thank you.
Well, no, it's like some weird, like, cultural thing.
I think Andy's been just pooing in the weirdest places, Paul.
I use the proper ones.
Anyway, this is the next story now. This is the story of Natalie Budd, who manages Fanny's Farm in Mareston, Surrey. She said that when she went down to her field, she thought someone had dumped some rubbish. But it wasn't the smell of rubbish that she could smell, it was something else. But by the time she realised exactly what it was, her greedy sheep had already made their way through 7 bags of weed that someone had dumped there. Around £4,000 worth. Yeah, someone had left £4,000 worth of cannabis. She said, let's see. She says, "At first I thought it was someone's hedgerow rubbish. We went down to collect the bags so the sheep weren't eating the black plastic. When I got there, I realised it was a form of herbal cannabis plant, and they were very strong in scent. I have no idea how I got there. It's right next to a road and the footpath is quite open."
I look like a lion.
Officers came and took away the remainder of the drugs, but they said that they could face problems finding where they came from because the sheep had eaten so much of the evidence. Mrs. Budd, meanwhile, said she didn't think there had been any negative side effects to the sheep getting stoned. However, she then added, "I'll tell you about the meat next week." So, yeah, there was a big flock of sheep that got high as a kite.
There's a bunch of sheep going, bah! Whoa!
I am the ghost goat. Taking it back there. Okay, next up is about a chap who we talk about quite a lot in this show, and so much so that he's even got his own sounder. Can you guess who it is? It's any other business.
Stanley? No. Charlie Sheen? No. Yetis!
Yetis!
He's tall, he's dark, and he's having a bad hair day from hell. His cousins have been spotted from Australia to the Himalayas. Exactly who or what is this wild man of mystery we call Bigfoot?
Okay, organisers of an upcoming Pennsylvania UFO conference and said topics up for discussion at the event will include the possibility that Bigfoot could be an alien.
Oh my god. Right, I knew this was going to be... It's like, oh, there's stories about Yetis at a UFO conference. What the fuck?
Fred Saluga, West Virginia State Director and Pennsylvania Regional Director for the Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, said the group's 7th annual Pittsburgh UFO Creature Conference will include a Bigfoot and mysterious creatures presentation, questioning whether the legendary Sasquatch could be a visitor from another world. Saluga said he will lead the discussion with Brian Seach, Director of the Centre for the Unexplained, during the conference, which is scheduled to begin at November the 8th at Westmoreland Community College. Now, let's see, what would a Bigfoot hunter talk like? There are 2 different fields of thought with Bigfoot. 1, that Bigfoot is flesh and blood, and 2, that he is an interdimensional being or an alien. Saluga said Fayette County, Pennsylvania has long been a hotbed of reported Bigfoot activity, but no one has ever successfully captured one of the legendary apes. It's like someone put him down and then picked him back up. Is that possible for a flesh and blood animal? Saluga asked. He said researchers should keep an open mind until hard evidence is available. Until we find out what they are, there are no experts.
We all know he's a robot anyway.
Yeah, and he fought the Incredible Hulk. And he's made of oblongs. Wait a minute, I know who it is. If he's made of oblongs, that can only be one person. Alright, I'm gonna need Andy's help to read our final piece of any other business.
Okay, and if you look, I've given you evidence that I'm not insane.
Well, I'll look at them shortly. Because we're going to talk about a man who clearly is insane. We're going to stay on the topic of extraterrestrials, and this is the story of David Huggins, a man who claims to be regularly abducted by aliens and has taken solace in painting pictures of his otherworldly experience. He says he's been encountering extraterrestrials since the age of 8, and that he even lost his virginity to a female alien named Crescent. Now aged 70, the New Jersey native is chronicling the events in a series of surrealist impressionist oil paintings. And you guys can see quite clearly one of the pictures very early on in the article there.
Yep.
Appearing...
Yeah,
Go on.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a human woman with an alien face, and she's going, "Look at my boobs.
I've got titties."
I've got titties, lovely titties.
Appearing in a teaser uploaded to Vimeo for the upcoming documentary Love and Saucers, the follow-up world of David Huggins. Love and Saucers. He explained that Crescent is one of the... Andy, you're going to do the voice for Mr. Huggins.
Let's see, what voice should he be? One of the large women.
When asked if he had sex with her, he replied,
Yes, I don't know much, but I know for sure I lost my virginity to an extraterrestrial woman.
And in addition to Crescent, further beings he says he's encountered include...
The Greys, the little hairy guy, the insect being.
The little hairy guy.
They came into my bedroom and then we'd float up.
I love that the little
He
hairy
floats
guy.
up with Ewoks.
Yeah, I was going to say the little hairy guy's just Warwick Davis. Hello, Mr. Huggins.
Would you like to have sex with me?
I've come to Huggins kiss you.
Oh.
Of Crescent's sexual interest in him, he said,
I just lay down on the ground and she got on top of me. I have no idea why me. I just don't know.
One piece of Huggins art shows a group of naked alien women holding extraterrestrial babies. Babies he says he has fathered. Documentary director Brad Adams told Animal... What the friggin' hell's Animal?
I believe what he experienced was real to him.
And of Crescent, the magazine writes...
Well, which magazine?
I have no idea.
Presumably Animal.
Yeah.
At 17, on his way through a Georgia forest to a lake, Huggins saw her sitting by a tree. She appeared human, except for her large black eyes, a pale, pointy face, and the wig.
A wig. Amazing.
She
It's
disrobed.
Look at the pictures. It's Claudia Winkleman.
What?
It's Claudia Winkleman off Strictly.
Fair enough.
It is. Paul, are you looking at this? Paul?
I think
Hey, Paul?
Ding, ding.
There he is. Are you looking at the pictures?
Don't say it like that.
Beg your pardon? What?
You looking at the pictures.
Oh, are you looking at the pictures on the article?
Yes, I'm looking at the pictures on the article. They are bizarre pictures.
Tell me that's not Claudia Winkleman.
Well, if it is, she needs to tidy up.
Keep dancing. Okay, Andy, carry on.
Okay. She disrobed. He disrobed. He lay down. She got on top. They consummated the start of their long time and very long distance romance.
50 grubnicks of grey.
Yep.
Stories about sex with aliens are not uncommon. As we discussed on a previous episode, Labour councillor Simon Parks claimed he fathered a child named Zarka with an alien. He added the regular sex continued to have he continues to have with the extraterrestrial, whom he refers to as the Cat Queen, was starting to cause tension within his human marriage. That's him. We've already talked about him many times. And the rest of it is all boring nonsense. So, what do we think about Mr. Huggins there, who's clearly having an extramarital affair with Claudia Winkleman.
In a grey mask.
Yeah.
To be fair, if Claudia Winkleman came to me in a grey mask, I'd fuck her.
On that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave things there for this week.
What?
If you want to speak to Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds about anything, including how to use a proper toilet, then you can do so.
I've shown you, it is a thing, look!
If you say so.
It's a fucking thing!
If you say so. You can contact us on the Twitter.
Do you reckon Joe would only believe he'd had sex with an alien if he had a video of it? Joe's like, I won't believe I had sex with an alien until I make a sex tape.
You wouldn't be able to watch it on YouTube. You'd have to watch it on YouPorn or something like that. Yeah.
He's like, I won't believe it until I saw it on YouPorn.
Not that I know what those websites are, obviously. Yes, you can get in touch with us. We're on to Twitter at 50footnerds, or you can get us individually. I'm at Mike G. Bell.
I'm at Volts of Extoff.
I'm at Auton Scouser.
We've also got an email account, which is 50footnerds@gmail.com. Catch us on Facebook, catch us on YouTube, where we're going to have extra content very shortly. All that remains to say then is until next time, folks, my name is
Petrel. Jeez.
Ding ding.
That's weird. Okay, until next time then.
Jeez.
Until 2020, we can all geek out.
Yes, this is real music. Dark, brooding, important, groundbreaking. Check out the lyrics. Darkness. No parents. Continue darkness. More darkness. Get it? The opposite of light. Black hole. Curtains drawn. In the basement. Middle of the night. Blacked out windows. Other places that are dark. Black suit. Black coffee. You get it, that's just the first verse. Darkness. No parents. Super rich. Kinda makes it better. If you've enjoyed the nerddom in your ears, then please follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds, or email us anything except spam at 50footnerds@gmail.com.
I had sex with an alien once.
Yes. Did you?
Yes. It turned out they were an immigrant.
Was it Joe?
Sheen. Yes, it was Joe. Actually, I don't know if he remembers. There was a lot of Rohypnol involved.
Yeah.
I put Rohypnol in his chutney.
Rohypnol.
You're welcome, Joe.
The more you blow with Joe.